Welcome to part 2 of our presentation on Microsoft Dynamics AX, Project Accounting and Visual Project Planning. In part 1 we went through the process of using aggregate planning, create a new project in Project Accounting, which is what we've got shown in this window now, and we also showed you in part 1 that it created a forecast. Part 2, which is what we're going to start, is taking that plan, which is a high level plan, and now resourcing it. So allocating individuals rather than an entire team. So to do that, we're going to go into job scheduling. By selecting View, we get a standard window which is part of Visual Project Planning. When we actually created the aggregate plan and we used the wizard to create the project, we added some functionality in to auto-create the various tasks we created at the stage level into Visual Project Planning, and you'll see the task names listed over here. We also see the start dates I put in when I did the task within the stages, and you'll see across here the hours duration I put in as well. Over here is the Gantt chart, and these are the various tasks listed down here as activities you have to perform. At the moment they're allocated to a team. To change it, I simply double click on it. So double click on here, and this opens up a window which is the general information. If we go across to this tab called Work Centres, this is showing me that Work Centre 02 is working on this particular task. To change it, I go to this button here which is New. This button here opens up a new window which is called our Resourcing Planning window. The key thing about this window is the information in here is not new. It's available in various parts of Dynamics AX, be it Project Accounting, be it Capacity Planning, be it Production as an example, and we've pulled it all together. In the top part of the window here we've got period dates. So in this example from the 16th to the 11th 2009 through the 16th to the 12th 2009, which is basically 1 month. In here we've got our resources. 02 team or 002 team was selected, and down here it's showing me individual days of the week and week numbers and the capacity for that particular team. So on Friday we've got a capacity of 15 hours, whereas other days we've got a capacity of 30. On the right hand side here we've got the availability of work centres or groups or teams and individuals, and it's showing you the monthly availability down here. Going back to here, if I want to select for example this person here who is a member of that team, I simply select them, and you'll see now I've got the capacity down here and I've got the remaining capacity over here. If I decide that I want to use this particular person here, I simply go Assign Resource. If we close this window, you'll see here it's changed it to an inspector with their name, and we'll go OK. And it's now changed in the Gantt chart view here from 002 to 00201, which is an individual. Now that's all we're going to do in Visual Project Planning, is simply to show you as part of part 2 that we can now go in and very quickly change from a team, which is what we used, or a group, what we used at the actual aggregate planning level, to change it to an individual person and seeing the availability and capacity of those individuals in an easy single view window. To finish off this presentation, from a project management point of view, we've added 2 new reports. One of the reports is called Staff Hour Utilisation. The concept of this report is it's looking at individual employees. So here's Charlie here for example, and here's Brooke down here. These are the projects that Charlie is working on. Project names. This number down here is the available hours for Charlie between these 2 dates. So from the 22nd of September to the 21st of November, it says that Charlie's got 592 hours available. This column here is showing the hours for each project that have actually been consumed. So we've got a total of 148 hours over those date ranges out of a possible 592, which gives us 24.98% productivity, which isn't particularly handsome. Year to date is the start of the calendar year or the start of the fiscal year, either or, of total hours available and actual hours in total. he hasn't been a very busy chap because he's only looking at 5.44% utilisation. And again, we're looking at some forecast hours over here, and the forecast hours shown for each of the projects. The other report we've done is a slightly different view. It's a project time report. So this is looking more from a project view rather than an employee view. So at a project view, we've got a project up here as an example, and we've got the various stages of the project, and then these are the employees who worked on it. So in here you'll see, again, the date range for that particular period, 12 hours, the dollar value for that period, the year-to-date hours, the year-to-date amount, the forecast hours, the percent of forecast used, and remaining hours. So it's quite a valuable report from an information point of view. Well, that concludes our presentation of Part 2 of Microsoft Dynamics AX Project Accounting and Visual Project Planning. Part 2 was about allocating resource after we've created the project from the aggregate planning stage, and also looking at 2 reports we've put together to help project managers or team leaders get information and make some decisions about how the projects are running or how utilisation of staff is performing. Well, thank you very much for attending this second session. There's my details there. Should you have any questions or want information, you can email me at russellw@olympic.co.nz. Thank you.